Wonderful, good, and precious friends. It's good, and it is wonderful that you are here, ready to have a moment with us once again as we discuss few things that are hacks of life, things that we do to make us better, things that perhaps are questions that cut across. Because the question that is always in the mind of everybody, so long as you are living, is how best can I use my internet? How best can I use what I have to get what I want? And how best can I use what I have to get what I should have? All these are questions that cut through our minds and our brains, and sometimes you realize that we spend a lot of time on things and places where we ought to spend little time, perhaps to get better things. The investment of time that we put into our effort, rather where we invest our effort into, most of the time does not commensurate in terms of income. The input, the garbage in is never equal to the output or the garbage out. And so it's a lot of, it's a lot of things. It's a big and a wide spectrum of questions that we ask ourselves every now and then, and more so when it comes to how best can we utilize our social media, and is there a way, or are there ways that we can use or utilize to make a dime, to make a coin from the social media? Because every time you recharge your gadget, you are recharging that gadget to make a community, and to make that community of viewers celebrate the fact that you are alive, and perhaps you glue and you ferment that community that you have by making a stronger network with them. Sometimes we make friends from I mean from people who we may barely call strangers. We make friends and networks from people who are peculiar and unknown to us. Unique people in their own ways, people who are just from their own world, and we meet in a different world and we become friends from the same world. Others become so close friends to a point that they become part of us. They are good friends that we met on social media, and we meet virtually, but they are not virtual anymore. They become real life friends, and sometimes they actually come through for us. So social media is a place, is a home actually. It's a village within a great community. And so it is unto us to ask ourselves then, how can we utilize social media with these moments that we are living in? As most of them call it, they say that it's abnormal time that call for or ushers us to abnormal actions. And so, friends, I want us to discuss today about several things, and majorly what I want us to touch on is how best we can utilize our social media platforms and handles to benefit ourselves, and majorly benefit ourselves economically. Because I know socially we are good, we are better off. In other perspectives, we are not badly off with other people. But now the question is, the question that comes across us is, beyond making friends in such a way, how other ways, or rather, what other ways can we benefit our own selves? And so I want to talk to us about ways in which you can invest your social media time for your financial enhancement. And so I'm going to take us through one or two ways or three platforms and ways that you can make some cash, make some money, make some level of your livelihood from the same. And this will take me directly to the first one that is well known, of course. And before I go to the platforms that we majorly use, including but not limited to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and all that, let me touch these four things majorly, or yeah, these four major things on how we can make money from social media. The one big way that we can make money from social media is through affiliate marketing. I'll touch into that later when I'm going to specific platforms. The second one, the second way is by selling items and products or services on commission, meaning that they are not ours, but we sell them out on commission. Number three is by doing the social media part of it, rather engaging ourselves in social media activities as managers. That is going to run social media handles for other people or organizations, and I take you through how you can do that. Then the final one that we are going to measure on is networking to grow your community for reviews, review of places, items, sites. One is Facebook. Facebook has quite a good chunk of people in the world population. Several billions of people use Facebook every day, every moment, and perhaps before you came here you were on Facebook, and probably after this you will check through your Facebook before you perhaps get into other activities, because most of us are on Facebook. But now the question has always been, other than if you are interested in earning $500 in a week, say hi, or say I'm interested, or say how, or inbox me. Other than that gimmick that people are already tired with, is there a genuine way that I can make good of my social media? And I'm here to tell you, yes, there is. There is a lot that you can do with your Facebook to make you at least some coin. It might not be a lot of money, but money is money anyway, because you'll always spend. So earning is always acceptable. Putting Facebook into the spectrum that I've just mentioned, or rather the four spectra that I've mentioned, I'll begin by saying that you can do affiliate marketing with Facebook. Just that account of yours. Affiliate marketing, for those who are not aware, is whereby you will do like a marketing for another company, and once items that you're marketing pay out, you are given a fraction. This is not commission. This is not selling on commission. Affiliate marketing is usually a program. You go and check for companies that have affiliate marketing programs, because they are programs, and you go to apply for it. And once, like if you are selling or you are bringing people to a given site, they usually give you a fraction, rather some amount, depending on the way that they appreciate people. And there's a lot that you can do. You can become an affiliate marketer with Jumia, such that Jumia, you might not be having a shop with Jumia as a platform, but you could be pulling in adverts, or rather items from Jumia, and once they are sold, rather once somebody clicks that link of yours and they buy that item, Jumia will pay you some money from the affiliate marketing, because according to them, you have marketed this item. This is not commission, because commission is contractual, where you come together, the seller, the buyer, and you enter into a contract. Once you sell this item, you're going to get this percentage of the profits, perhaps. But affiliate marketing is related, but it's different on its own, because sites that host websites, and once they usually give such affiliate. One of the companies that I know usually give affiliate programs is HostGator. HostGator will tell you that share this content to your social media community, and once we get somebody who wants to host a website through our site, because you have invited them to our site, we will pay you this amount. We'll give you this fraction. That is now affiliate marketing. You can also do a commission, rather marketing on commission, whereby you will market those items for that organization, for that company, and once you sell out, from the proceedings, that is the profit, you are given some fraction. This one is usually between you and the company. You cannot just do it anyhow, because you have to go into a contract. The other thing that you can do with Facebook is generally you need community. You need to keep on growing your community. If you don't have 5,000 followers, rather friends on Facebook, you have a challenge. You need to go up, keep on moving, invite as many people, because these are your first clientele. And if they're not your first clientele, they are the first market where you can advertise your items. And so think about it that way. And once you've thought about it on that direction, now think about networking, what we call networking to grow your community for reviews. Look at it this way. There are people who want to be social media gurus to become their brand ambassadors. If, for example, you say, I want to go to that new hotel within your hood, within the place you stay, and you say, hey guys, I want to feature you. I want to do a video, a short video of the hotel tour. I want to tour this hotel, this facility, and I want to do it live on my Facebook wall, and I want to invite as many people to come and work with me in this facility so that I can show them what you people have to offer. You know what? That company will tell you, hey guy, just come over, come and do it. Some hotels will tell you, we want to sponsor you for a dinner or for lunch to come and eat here so that you can show people where you're taking the lunch from, perhaps because your community is big enough. And that way, they will pay because what you're doing is that you are advertising for them, but you are giving it 10 years experience, and you are making them to be known by your entire community. So leverage on that. There are so many things that are coming up every day. There are schools, there are buildings, there are supermarkets, there are hotels, everything. Just be creative. Go into that facility. Tell them that I want to do a live show with my Facebook community. I want to tour them. I want to show them what's there, what you people got to offer. Because people are looking for people who have network to network them in their network. And I will always remind you that your network equals your net worth. Your value is dependent on how networked you are. Then the final way that you can make Facebook your friend is managing social media. So many organizations are now having social media presence, and you will agree with me that majority don't want anymore to do mainstream media advertisements because they are way too expensive, and perhaps, and this one I'm not sure, but perhaps they believe that social media is fairly cheap, and social media reaches many people casually without a lot of things. Like, it's interesting in its own way. And so most organizations have embraced, and they have endeared the spirit and the aspect of thinking into having social media handles and platforms, which I totally agree. Any organization that has social media presence is an organization that has future. Any organization that despises the presence provided by social media has a presence of its inactivation, its inauguration to its vanishing. This is to say that they are signing their departure check, and anytime they might be disappearing. Because when we are looking for organizations, we usually want to know their profiles. We will go to their social media handle and see what they do. And that one becomes two things. It plays all these other roles. It brings people together, networks. It brings customers close. It brings the advertising place on ground at the doorstep. All that. And so these organizations are looking for people who have experience on social media. It is unto you now to go and, using the social media skills that you should gather with time, go and with confidence approach these organizations and tell them, hey guy, I've checked through, and you people, your presence on social media is not platforms. I run your Twitter, your YouTube, and your Instagram account and Facebook account, and doesn't cost a lot. Just posting twice in a week or once in a week. You just agree. And guys, you never know. 5,000 seems to be a small amount of money, but just think of it this way. Suppose you get other 3 or 4 organizations that are paying you that much. You'll be getting at least 20,000 as residual income within a month for doing very little, but do it professionally. And so this is to say that social media is a place where you can make money. Facebook is a place where you can make money. I've mentioned about social media management because it is inclusive. You can manage Twitter, you can manage YouTube, you can manage Instagram, and you can manage Facebook pages for organizations. And I know you are asking yourself, which organizations can I run? You can even run social media platforms for individuals. Men, it's towards election, general elections, and most of these politicians have no time to be posting stuff on social media. They have no time to keep on engaging guys on social media. They are looking for youngsters who are ready to move and say, "Hi guys, I'm here. I'm here to run your social media campaign. I'm here to engage with your followers. I'm here to even engage with people who have questions about your candidature and all that." So it is up to you. And just imagine if you get like 8 guys who are running for whichever portfolios in the coming general election, and each gives you 5,000 per month. That will make 40,000 in every month. So I think it is good. It is good. You think about social media as a way of making money, and also Facebook. Then the other thing that I'm going to talk about very fast is the things that you need to look into. Rather, before I go to the things, let me talk about Twitter. Twitter is not that complex, but it's quite complex in its own nature, because Twitter has a specific people. Rather, scholars say that Twitter is made for the elites. Twitter is made for the wise people. Twitter is made for, the brilliant people, which I agree, of course, because not everybody takes Twitter. Not everybody's on Twitter. Not everybody has a Twitter handle. But, man, Twitter is always a thing to go for. You can never assume Twitter, because it has, of course, millions of followers, and every day hashtags are moving left, right, and center. People are making a lot of money actually from Twitter than Facebook and YouTube, rather than Facebook on general spectrum, and rather on a general look, because this is where we get people, big institutions can be on Twitter and very active on Twitter, like instantly responding to your tweets, but not that instantly responding to your other inquiries from other social media platforms. You know why? Because most people have taken Twitter to be a faster way of communication. Twitter is also a faster way of boosting brands, because I can use my handle to boost somebody's brand. If my handle has, like, for example, 40,000 followers, I can be in a position to boost hashtag to trend among the top 20, rather, of course, depending on time of the day and also how engaging you are. And if I can make a hashtag trend in a day, it means that that hashtag has attracted hundreds of thousands in that day. And so people and organizations are looking for influencers, social media influencers. And for you to qualify to become an effective social media influencer, definitely you need to have followership on Twitter. So follow as many people as possible on Twitter. Seek for followers. Tell people to follow you. When you're sharing on other platforms like Facebook, share with them your Twitter handle. Let them go on Twitter and follow you. The same as Instagram. These two things work. Twitter is something that I will encourage all of you, as much as you can, go to Twitter, create an account. It is very important. And then, how do I make money from Twitter? Well, I can tell you for free. Organizations will pay as little as 50,000 Kenya shillings, of course, 50,000 Kenya shillings per day for you to boost their hashtag. Just one day. And this is the agreement. I'll boost the hashtag, and so long as it appears among the top 20 in the country trending, just any time of the day, my 50,000 is in the pocket. And it's very simple. I can tell you, this one I've done, boosted hashtags, and they have appeared among the top 20, and it doesn't take me 2 hours of doing the work. I only need to plan my content. I only need to know how many tweets I'm going to release and how frequently I'm going to release. And I also talk to a few people, 3 or 4 friends who have serious hashtags, Twitter handles with good followers, and I tell, hey guys, can you retweet for me this one? And retweet for me 3 times. If you have 4 friends who have 40,000 followers, and you tweet like 20 tweets, it will mean that 20 tweets by 40,000, that is one person. To mean that is 8, hit almost 1 million, just so long as your guys are on point. So within 5 minutes, you can even trend. That's why you see these big guys who have serious Twitter handles. One tweet, they are trending because, the followership is high. So think about Twitter. It's quite good. It's also enjoyable. It's also a good way of passing time. It's also a good way of feeling, you're feeling up there. You feel You feel educated, of course, because it says Twitter is for the educated lot. And I know it's enjoyable. Then finally, let me talk about YouTube. How do you make money from YouTube? YouTube is a little bit not easy to make money from, but once you begin to make money from YouTube, your income is steady. Your income is consistent. Your income is good because they usually pay per views, and of course the views don't pay unless you have monetized your channel. So once you have achieved their minimum expectations, expected requirements, which are majorly two, you need to have 4,000 watch hours since you're rather for the last 1 year, and you need to have at least 1,000 subscribers to your channel. That is the only thing that you need to work with, the only gauge that you need to measure your muscles with. You need to have at least 4,000 watch hours for the last 365 days, and also you need to have at least 1,000 followers. So once you've hit that, you can now monetize your channel. And monetizing your channel is just like telling YouTube now to bring adverts, rather to play adverts on your videos. And once people watch the videos, of course, and once people are perusing through your channel, you'll be making money. And the good and the beautiful thing is this: they usually pay roughly 1,000 per 100 views, 100,000 views, 1,000, which is not bad. Because in a good month, of course, you'll make good money. In a bad month, of course, you barely almost must make at least 3,000. And even the better thing is here that if they begin paying you at 3,000, it will be a constant pay. It can only go up. It will never go below that amount. Isn't that sweet deal? So if, for example, your channel attracts you 10,000 Kenya shillings for the first month, it will mean that next month you'll be assured of 10,000 and above. Good deal. Think about it. Create a YouTube channel. It's not I give you support where possible. Finally, friends, these are the things to observe when you are interacting on social media. One, use a consistent name, and if possible, make it to be a good brand name, a name that you may wish to be called after. For instance, myself, you could check through me, all my social media platforms, it's Team Sauti, because that's my brand name, and that's the name that I use across. So use a name that you will not shy off telling people, that's my name. Don't use these funny things. I've seen people using very funny nicknames, perhaps for whatever enticement or for whatever, to elicit whichever emotion. Not bad to be fancy, but it's not always good to not to be professional. Sometimes it's good also to sound professional. So look for a good name that you could use across your social media platforms. It will be good. Use the same name for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. It doesn't cost a thing, but it earns a thing to do that. Number two, leverage on the number of people that you have. This to mean that if you don't have a lot of people, go and invest in having people. Make sure that you get as many people as you can. If it's Facebook, send friend requests to many people. It doesn't cost much. It doesn't cost anything anyway. Just to have people follow you, rather to have people becoming your friends. Have 5,000. It will mean that ultimately, before you begin to do any marketing, you have 5,000 at hand. Now you can now think about how to add in. The other thing, join the relevant groups. Yeah, join the relevant groups. There are various groups that you could join when it comes to Facebook, of course. Join the relevant groups. There are groups that do what you love doing, and you'll always need them. And also, when you're doing your marketing, you will be needed also to link up with that, rather to market on the platforms where people who can consume the goods that you are marketing are found. So join as many groups as possible, so long as they are relevant. The other thing is what you post. Don't post funny things. Don't always be funny without content. Generate content that people would wish to consume. Generate content that people will love when they are consuming. Generate content that I usually say that the reputation of what you say sells twice a quality product. The reputation of yourself and reputation of what you say, but you have already spoiled your name. If they call you a con, and it might affect you twice. than selling a very good thing. So make sure that you sell you give people quality product. Don't be always jovial if it doesn't add a lot of economic value. Then the other thing is interact with your community. Make sure that if you have people following you, don't be dishing information without getting back to and see what they are saying. Give them content, but come back again and listen to what they are saying, because people are not puppets that you just daggle them as you wish and you just leave them. You know, Facebook is also not a dustbin of content. Don't just be throwing in. Go back and engage them, converse with them, answer their questions, because of course it's you who triggered their thinking, it's you who triggered their understanding, it's you who triggered their approach to whatever they are, you know, they are thinking about. So because you are the one who triggered that approach, now go back and listen to what people are saying about it. If whatever you say doesn't bring peace to them, pull down, because they are communicating after all. It's not about just throwing in content and you disappear. Then the last thing is where possible, also for Facebook, create a page for yourself and create a group for yourself. It is very important, because those groups grow bigger than accounts, than walls. And so once you grow it big, once you enlarge it, it means that you love people following you at that big spectrum. And so ladies and gentlemen, I think I will kill it at that point, and I will tell you this, that there is always something that you can do, so long as you love doing it, so long as you love being on social media. Use that social media platform of yours and make some money, because we know that it is always good when you're doing what you love to get what you want to have. That is the vital part of life. Over and above, what you do should be guided by morality and, of course, godliness, because it is always good to believe in you is above all. Thank you, friends, and I want to wish you all the best. In case you have any question or any issue that you may want us to come through for you, feel always free to comment below here, and we'll be very glad to help where possible. Thank you so much. God bless you. We love you so much. Bye.